Magandang araw, Pilipinas. Ako pa rin po inyong kasama, Eli Saludar.
Ito po ang inyong kaibigan, former Secretary Jing Paras, bumabati ng magandang hapon sa ating lahat ng mga kababayan.
At paglinawan po ang maestro ng pupugay sa magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Anumang parte ng mundo kayo naroroon.
Okay, ito siyempre, Secretary Jing ang pinag-uusapan ngayon, mainit yung may kinalaman dito po sa CPP-NPA at yung pakipag-usap ng ating gobyerno, kasalukuyang administrasyon, dito po sa grupong makakaliwa o komunista. Ngayon may iba't ibang mga issue na lumalabas at
Yes.
mukhang tuloy-tuloy pa rin ho ang banat ho nila, atake ng mga rebelde
Yeah.
grupo.
Actually, doon na humuhugot si Vice President Sara tungkol sa kanyang sinasabing itong peace talk na inaayos nitong si Galvez, itong dating general sa panahon ni Duterte, at itong si Dark Choco. Sino ba itong Dark Choco?
Anton lang sabi.
Yan daw ang Dark Choco. At tila, ito ay sinasabi ng ating Vice President na pact with the devil. At may pinanggalingan naman yung salita na yan dahil as you can see, hindi talaga mapagkatiwalaan ang mga terorista, ang mga komunista. Ito pa lang, sabi nga ni paring Eli, ito, may mga sundalong na sugatan at isa ang namatay dahil sa encounter with the terrorist group doon sa Batangas. Ito, pakita natin.
Soldier, 6 NPA rebels killed in a Batangas clash. Ang petsa niyan ay December 18.
December 18,
So, ngayon lang.
kamakailan lang.
So, matapos yung deklarasyon ng pakipag-usap ng Marcos administration dito po sa CPP, NPA, NDFP.
Yes, so a soldier and 6 New People's Army rebels. Itong New People's Army, kasama ito ng CPP, NPA, NDF. They were killed in an encounter in Balayan, Batangas yesterday.
Malapit lang.
3 other soldiers were wounded in a clash in Barangay Malalay of the town. They were taken to the Medical Center, Western Batangas. Ito po yung kawawa na sundalo. Ito ay isang veterano sa Marawi. Pero decorated soldier, pero pinaslang ng mga terorista. Kita mo naman yan.
So dito, Secretary Jing, isa sa mga naging argumento ni BP Sara na huwag makipagkasundo dahil sa hindi sila sincero
Yes.
sa pakipag-usap at kahit na mayroong peace talks, tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang pag-atake. So ito na yung nangyari.
Yes, at saka niloloko ni, alam mo, ito si Marcos, he's a weak leader. Wala namang kamuhang-muhang yan John sa mga pinagdadaldal ni Galvez at ni Dark Choco. Sinasabi ni Galvez, sir, mukhang gusto ng NPA, NDF na magkipag-usap uli. Maski alam na niya yung rason kasi OPAP siya nung panahon ni Duterte, na hininto ni Duterte. Pero sumugod pa rin doon itong Galvez na to. At tila walang katurya-turya yung kanyang mga argumento doon sa mga rebelde. Kasi hindi niya pinipilit na okay, mag-peace talk tayo, disarmament. Kasi how can you have a peace talk
Alisan ang armas.
when they still have arms? And this is exactly what happened. Peace talk kayo pero binabaril, inaambos ang mga sundalo. How can you deal with people who are still vengeful, who are still palaban at talagang desididong papatayin ang mga sundalo ng gobyerno.
Mhm.
No. And coupled with the fact that they are intensifying itong Senate investigation. Ipakita natin yung sinasabi ng mga returning NPA kung gaano katindi ang recruitment nila, at ito ay pinapamunuhan pa ng isang congressman na alleged communist. So ito hindi naman yan pwedeng akusahan tayo niya ng red tagging. Ito klaro-klaro, Mr. Anong pangalan ito? Manuel, na tinuturo ka ng mga kasama mo na ikaw ang recruiter dyan bilang isang estudyante ka pa at student regent ng University of the Philippines. You were recruiting young students to join the CPP and the NPA. Pakita natin.
What does that make of Raul Manuel?
He is a member of the Communist Party of the Philippines, but he is not a member of the New People's Army.
Si Raul, hindi niya choice. Hindi niya choice na mag-NPA. Pero, he's part of the body na nagre-recruit for the NPA.
The same as what we did nung nasa legal front organizations pa. We always deny because it is our responsibility to hide our identity.
Sir, I also worked with Raul Manuel when he was the UP student regent in the University of the Philippines, and kasama ko siya, and we were recruiting for KM and for the Communist Party of the Philippines, and we facilitated yung NPA recruitment as well within the university.
Kaya pala tuwang-tuwa itong tao na ito nung sabi na pinaganahan lang sila na papasukin daw yung ICC. Tuwa itong tao na ito. Talagang tuwang-tuwa siya na imbestigahan ako ng ICC. Tingnan natin ngayon, ikaw ang imbestigahan ko.
How can you have peace talk when itong mga sinungaling, they are part daw of government, but they are actually recruiters of soldiers who will kill our own soldiers. Magkatarungan ba yan? At ito naman, sige.
So, Secretary Jing, sana ay tutuhanin ni Senator Bato. Yung kanyang binabagay niya kasi, susuwayin niya yung tinatawag na parliamentary courtesy.
If he is brave enough to really push for what he said, doon tayo. Anyway, for re-election siya. People will judge him for his commitment to the people. Kung nagsabi siyang iimbestigahan kita, malakas pa yung sinasabi niya na I will ignore parliamentary courtesy dahil it is
Congressman kasi, di ba?
love for my country is beyond parliamentary courtesy.
Yun.
Let it be. And we have to wait for that.
Wait and see.
Lalo na ngayon, binadgetan na kayo ng gobyerno, dapat gumalaw naman kayo dyan sa Senado. At ito naman, itong isang bawal daw ang red tagging. Papile-file sila ng kaso ngayon ng red tagging when in fact and in truth, ito, recruiter daw. According to Danchan, ito, tingnan mo itong Franz Castro na ito, nahuli, kasama yung mga bata at re-recruitin. Di umano, pagka NPA. Pakita natin.
Ano to? Ano to?
Ano na status ng kaso ni Brad?
Anong status ng kaso na to?
Si Castro ay kabilang sa mga nahuli noong 2018 sa bayan ng Talaingod, Davao del Norte dahil sa bitbit na 14 na minor de edad na wala umanong paalam sa mga magulang. Ikinulong sila sa Talaingod sa mga kasong kidnapping, child abuse at trafficking pero nakalaya rin matapos makapagpiyansa. Sa panayam kay Chan, mariin itong kinundina si Castro.
Now Franz, o Congressman Franz o Franz, na komunista at NPA. Ang tanong ho ng taong bayan, kayo po ba yung Franz na NPA at komunista? Yun lang ho ang tanong namin
Ito, 2 sa 3, na klarong-klaro. Tapos, naglakas loob pa na magsampa itong mga kasama nila na nire-red tag daw sila. Di ba mahiya itong mga sinungaling na itong mga taong to? At pinanindigan nila na hindi daw sila kasabwat doon sa mga terorista na kapapatay lang nila ng isang sundalo doon sa Batangas. Pero alam mo, naninindigan si Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero may narinig ba tayo na komentaryo galing kay Duterte? Galing kay Marcos? Ikaw, paring Ado, ano masasabi mo?
Well, nakakabingi nga ang
The silence.
Katahimikan.
The silence is
deafening
in our fragile ears.
Dahil dito sa issue ito, at marami pa ibang issue, may 3 pa yata ang issue, pati yung bombing sa Mindanao. No?
Yes.
Wala rin, tahimik din doon eh.
Walang
Vice
kibo.
President,
Walang kibo. Pero
nagsasalita.
pagdating sa Japan, buhay na buhay. He is like a fish thrown into the water. Buhay na buhay. Pag nandito sa Pilipinas, never to be seen.
May COVID na.
Kasi, alam mo, ang ano pala niya, ang shot pala niya is, pagka nakasakay na sa eroplano, buhay na yan. Ano kayang ginagawa niya habang nasa eroplano? Nakakapabuhay sa kanya pag nasa ibang bansa na siya. Is that really, for real, Mr. McCoy Jr.? Ganun ka ba talaga sa bilang leader ng ating bansa na nasa Japan na siya. He has not even visited the victims of the bombings in Marawi. He has not even visited the victims of the earthquake
At saka
in
sa
Mindanao.
del Sur, yung bombing sa Mindanao del Sur.
Mayroon pang
The
isang
second
bombing.
bombing.
So, what is he really, Is he just using the money of the people for his own enjoyment by traveling? Is this the kind of president that we really have? Kaya, ito po ang nangyayari ngayon. Ang mga sundalo na tinatanong kung sila ba'y sumusuporta sa panukala ni Ginang Sara na huwag ipatuloy ang peace talk or opposing this pact with the devil, napakarami. Even Bronner himself, even Miguel Aguilar has said that, syempre ako, biktima din ako kasi mga sundalo ko pinapatay. And yet, Marcos has been silent about the clamor of the military. Even to the extent that they want to silence the announcers of SMNI who are denouncing the spate of terrorism by the New People's Army, namely Badoy and Ka Eric. At gusto nilang ipapasara. At true enough, kinulong pa. Anong sinasabi ni President President Duterte, ni PRRD, nitong 2 araw pang lumipas, mayroon siyang speech doon sa PDP Laban Christmas party. Pinapanawagan niya at he was praising the armed forces, PMA graduates for standing against the affront against democracy. Ano masasabi mo, Ado?
Well, alam naman natin kung saan nakatayo dito si
Okay,
President
panoorin
Duterte.
natin yung
So,
speech
panoorin natin yung
ni
speech.
PRRD.
Maganda yun. But there is, as you have realized, ayaw ka ng pahabain ng istorya. There has been a lot of missteps, mishaps. Nagtawag sa pandol sa nadapa. Maraming dapa na hindi maganda. And silipin ninyo ito. Dito nga si General Bautista, si Jim Barras, ito rin ang deal. Because there was this patent, clear violation of the Constitution. Ang mga sundalo hindi na nakatiis. Sabi nila, well, you can read between the lines that you are violating the Constitution. You are destroying the very Constitution that, kayo mga Ilocano, kami mga Bisaya, yung iba taga-Pulo, Zamboanga, Bicol, Quezon Province, Ifugao. Alam mo kung tayo-tayo lang sa isang dito, hindi tayo magkakaintindihan. Hindi talaga tayo magkakaintindihan. Ayaw natin bumati na din. What holds us together? Bakit tayo madali na, kumusta ka? Because of the political process under a document. And that document, papel lang yan, holds the fabric na hindi tayo magkahiwalay. And that is the Constitution of the Republic of Philippines. Pag yan ang ginalaw mo, magkagulo talaga tayo.
Ito po ay panawagan at parang pinupuri ng gusto ni Pangulong Duterte yung aksyon ng armed forces, yung mga retired generals, officers of the armed forces who banded together to proclaim their disgust for the trampling of democracy, for the trampling of rights. Kaya sinasabi ng ating dating Pangulo, walang iba na dokumento na kapag-unite sa mga tao sa iba-ibang probinsya kundi ang ating saligang batas. And mind you, he was calling the armed forces to do something. Because the Constitution itself says that the armed forces of the Philippines is the protector of the people. And this is an example where so many officials, sabi pa nga sa akin ng isang general na isang nakapirma dyan, marami pa daw na gustong sumama itong mga retired generals doon sa manifesto. And well, it's whether that manifesto made a jolt among politicians is up for the people to determine. Kasi the next day, after that manifesto went the rounds among the Filipino people, nirelease na kaagad. Nirelease na kaagad yung dalawang pinreso nila doon sa House of Representatives. So, sinasabi ng ating Pangulo dati, PRRD, that wag tayo magpadalos-dalos. And true enough, punong-puno na talaga itong mga sundalo. Unang-una, na-discuss na natin dito, Eli, yung kabulastugan na ginawa ni Jokno. Sinabi pa ni Jokno na dahil daw maliksi at ma-physical ang mga sundalo, pag umabot daw ng 90 years old at hindi mamamatay ng maaga kung hindi man napaslang at when they retire, because they are healthy, they reach the age of 90. And that is ridiculous. According to Diokno. Ridiculous daw na, bakit ba, parang sinasabi niya, bakit ba kayo dumating ng 90? Ilulustahin pa ninyo ang pera ng bansa. Dapat, sabi niya, dapat mamatay na kayo maaga para makatipid. What kind of I mean, if there is somebody is ridiculous, it is this guy by the name of Benjamin Diokno. He's the most ridiculous official. Kasi, inaakusa mo yung mga sundalo na parang nilalait mo pa sila pagka dumating ng 90 years old, ang mga sundalo, at gagastos pa daw ng pera ng bansa. Ikaw, 41 million ang monthly stipend mo or yearly stipend whatsoever. So, who is the highest paid official? Ikaw. So, yun, isa yan sa mga ano bang tawag yan? Bagbag ng damin sa mga sundalo. Naka-demoralize. And kala nila, these soldiers are just quiet. But kumukulo na ang mga dugo niyan. Only it's a bomb ticking to explode. So, yun po ang sinasabi ni Pangulong Duterte. He has praised them, and during his time, ang Pangulong Duterte talagang nirecognize niya ang pangangailangan ng armed forces. First, in terms of their compensation, dinoble niya. Second, in terms of their wherewithals, yung pabahay, yung kanilang mga armas, mga barel, and even the weaponries that would provide them with empowerment as an armed forces. And I'm not only talking of, when we talk of armed forces, we're also talking of the Philippine National Police, who shares the same views as these people, mga kababayan. Kaya, sir, mga mahal nating kababayan na mga nasa men in uniform, ito po ang talumpati ni Ginoong Digong Duterte noong isang gabi, at pinapasalamatan kayo sa hindi nyo pagkalimot sa ating bansa na medyo nasa kabulastugan ngayon nitong administration ni Marcos. Yun po ang reminder ni Pangulong Duterte sa inyo po. At being the protector of the people, you know what to do. I'm sure. Being soldiers to defend our country, then it's up to your heart and soul to do the same. Okay? So, yun po ang ano natin. At para ipapatuloy ng ating dating Pangulo na to reach out to the people, kasi if this guy by the name of Marcos is hiding, he does not want to be heard by the people, puro lang issuance ng from PCO.
Press release.
Our former president is trying to communicate. Pero anong ginawa? Namulitika naman itong ano bang pangalan itong kumpanya na ito? I mean,
Mtrcb.
government agency?
Mtrcb.
Motion picture?
Movie.
Movies at television? Review. Walang due process. Pinasagot ba ang SMNI dyan? Were they asked to explain their side, why they should be... Alam mo, napaka-premature to declare that the shows of SMNI, sinasabi, ito, tingnan natin ito. Rudy Duterte's SMNI program suspended over death threat profanity. Sige, basahin mo, paring Eli.
Okay, 2 programs on SMNI network won't be airing for the next 2 weeks after a preventive suspension order handed by the Movie and Television Review and Classification Board o MTRCB. The MTRCB decided to suspend Gikan sa Masa, Para sa Masa and Laban Kasama na ang Bayan starting December 18, kahapon ho yan, in the wake of complaints about alleged death threats, profanity, and unverified news. Gikan sa Masa, Para sa Masa is a weekly talk show of former President Rodrigo Duterte alongside his friend, Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Laban Kasama ang Bayan is hosted by Lorraine Badoy and Jeffrey Celis, who were recently released from house detention. Yan.
Okay.
During the 13 December 2023 board meeting, a unanimous decision was reached to impose a 14-day preventive suspension on Laban Kasama ang Bayan, and a majority vote or Gikan sa Masa, Para sa Masa. The decision aligns with the powers granted to the MTRCB by Presidential Decree number 1986, ensuring that television programs adhere to contemporary Filipino cultural values, the MTRCB said in a press statement.
Pero ito importante. This decision is a result of a thorough review and investigation into alleged violations related to content aired on these shows, it added. Yeah, but, you know, when you investigate,
Anong due process?
yeah, dapat they will call first the attention of
Na network.
the respondent, di ba? There are, alam mo, the due process is mayroong nagpa-file ng complaint. Una muna, papasagutin. Bakit may preventive suspension na agad?
Bago yan.
Hindi pa nakasagot yung respondent or the accused.
Baka may tumawag sa
At
telepono.
saka, alam mo, at saka ito, sinasabi na threat, mayroon daw threat. The issue of threat is still in the fiscal's office. Wala pa, it's still
Wala
an
pa sa
allegation. Bakit? Wala pang findings. Ha?
Sekretary, baka naman may tumawag sa telepono.
Baka nga sabihin,
Nanginginig pa.
Miss Soto, ingat ka, order ko yan, galing sa taas. Pagka hindi mo sinuspindi yan, baka magpalit tayo ng mga opisyal dyan. Oo,
So napilitan sila.
Napilitan. Oh. Pero mayroong isang matapang yata na hindi pumirma. Sino yun, Eli?
Isa sa... malalaman na nila.
Oo. So, mayroon daw...
Pero majority ang
majority.
pumayag.
Pero, hindi. Ito lang naman. I mean, we respect the powers and functions of the MTRCB. But, alam mo, hindi mo pwedeng alisin yung due process. Or the semblance of due process must always be there. When there's an accusation, there must be a chance for the accused to submit or to be given a day in court. Bakit may preventive suspension na agad?
Kasi ang importante yan, due process, fairness. So,
Yes.
di ba, para lahat dapat kukunan ng
Tsaka
ang
process.
pahayag.
Kaya tama, baka mamaya tama pa si Vice Ganda sa mga kanyang argumento against the MTRCB.
Ay, sa showtime niya, di ba, na
Oo.
suspinde rin.
Kasi, Vice Ganda is also raising due process. Ito, very clear. Why like that? I cannot blame you if somebody force you to do it. Which I am very certain that someone from up there has dictated on your decision.
High probability yan.
High probability.
Yan,
Kasi we know Soto.
Mm.
She's, sa experience ko dyan, sa mga panood ko na, sa mga reklamo laban sa kanya, she has explained herself properly.
Yeah, but this time
In fairness.
she is
Here,
expected to explain why there was kasi
Swift
una
justice.
na yung issue ng threat.
Pending.
Pending pa sa fiscal kasi Yun ang determinant factor. What if the
Judiciary
accusation of threat is being thrown out by the city fiscal?
Oo.
So, anong basis mo ngayon for saying na
Magmukha ka dyan,
may threat dyan? Ha? Yung profanity, i-explain, Ado.
Paano yung profanity? That could be subjective.
Yes.
Precisely. Kung sino...
Kasi daw, nagtatawag daw ng
Oh.
red tagging.
Oo.
Bakit? May batas ba? Kung sabihin kong ito si Franz Castro, mayroon ditong mugshot na re-recruit ng mga bata.
Human trafficking, ha?
Human trafficking at saka as has been testified already, the purpose of these people in gathering these youngsters is to recruit. For whom? For the CPP. Hindi ba red yan? Ano ba yung CPP? Blue ba yan ang kulay niyan? Or yellow?
Pulahan yan. At tawag sa kanila ay pulahan.
Yes.
Sinabi niya sa aming organisasyon daw nanggagaling yung napakarami mga kabataan na nag-NPA. Una sa lahat, proud kami na ang aming mga alumni ay maging NPA dahil pinagtanggol nila ang sambayan ng Pilipino.
Proud na proud sila.
Kabataan Party
Ha?
List.
Kabataan Party List member. Inaamin, yung mga mentors nila ay nagiging NPA.
So,
Proud.
pinagmamalaki nila.
So, hindi ba napaka-naive naman sa inyo? Ito si Ted Casino. I mean, with due respect, kaibigan ko yan, Ted. Pero, it's very, very naive of you and you people to be filing cases against red tagging when people beside you or sleeping with you or eating with you have already admitted that fact even in the Senate investigation. So aren't you ashamed of doing this? When all the Filipinos or most of the Filipinos are aware of what you are? My God naman, di ba? Mga kababayan, ano na bang nangyayari dito? And Marcos is sleeping on his job about all these things. At gusto pang mag-peace talk in spite na hininto na ni Duterte on the basis that these people are not sincere to sit down on a peace table. Yun po, mga kababayan.
Okay, maraming salamat po.